Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a chit chat get ready with me using some products I don't normally use, and I'm doing a full contour and bronzing and highlighting and blush on fair skin, as well as this really nice matte smoky kind of eye that I'm going to be wearing to work today. So if you'd like to get ready with me and have a bit of a chat and a play, then stick around. This is me pretty much barefaced. I have done my brows though. So let's get ready. Let's just do life. So first up guys, I'll talk you through bits of what I'm doing with my face as I get ready. I have no idea what I'm doing at this stage. I've got a loose idea of what I'm gonna do for my makeup today, but I'm just starting with the Makeup Forever. This is a base hydrating primer, which is, again, like I've mentioned in my previous videos, it's awesome for my dry skin. Just squeeze it on the back of my hand and I just kind of pat it into where I think my skin's a little bit dry and where my makeup kind of wears off more in the day than other parts. I've also put on my skin the Latte Creme Concentré, which I've mentioned in my March monthly favorites video. I freaking love this stuff. It's this little guy here. I've got the mini one for myself, but I'm gonna obviously have to get a big bottle because look at that. I've nearly already used the man already. I used the man. I find it amazing. Eyes first. No, actually I'm going to do my skin first today. So let's get into, where's my beauty blender? So beauty blender, at my desk I always keep a little bottle of water in case my lazy ass doesn't want to get up and saturate my beauty blender. Case in point right now. And I just pretty much work it into the sponge and squeeze it in just so I don't have to get up. It's literally my get ready with me on a Monday. I'm going to work tonight, which is actually different for me. Normally I work during the day, but we've got something going on at work and I have to be there until midnight. So it's nice that I get the morning off. I do love that. And I have time to play with makeup, which is always a bonus. Foundation, this is in Alabaster for my fair skin. And as I said, I've just put my primer on and I'm just going to work that in with a beauty. This is actually the Real Techniques blenders. I really love these. I have used a beauty blender before, but I find these more affordable and I use them in my kit. And I don't know, for me there's nothing wrong with them. They do the job. They get the makeup on smoothly and evenly and I love it. Obviously as I'm putting this on, I'm starting in the middle and working it out, just so I've got most of my product where I need the coverage. For me, and I'm sure for a few of you redheads out there, I always need it in the center of my face, which is where I get quite a bit of my redness. So, God bless redness. Today I'm going to go for a medium coverage because I think I'm going to do a little bit more of a defined smoky-ish eye because I said so and it's Monday, so why not? Party. Obviously I am avoiding the eyebrows at this point in time. I will get some concealer and I'll carve them out. I'm just shaking things up with my makeup routine lately. I'm kind of getting bored with what I'm always doing, and by starting this YouTube channel it's actually encouraging me to want to get a little bit more inspired with my routine. And by no means have I been watching any more YouTubes than I would be normally, but for some reason I just feel like shaking it up and just doing things differently, which I think is really important when you do a lot of makeup or whether you work into the industry. I just think it's important to not get stuck in a rut and just to keep an open mind with your makeup, you know. Get that nose. I do like to put a little bit extra on the nose, even though I do go back and conceal normally, but like I said, I'm trying different things today, so y'all come along with me. So hold my hand, we'll be fine. It was so funny, back when I was in high school I used to have this theory that you didn't need to put foundation on your forehead. So I had this, like, I think it lasted for about a month until I caught a glimpse of myself in really good lighting, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Especially having all these red undertones, and the main point of foundation being to even your skin tone. My forehead was like this big bright red strip, and then the rest of my face was this like, oh, and even then, like, I didn't even match the foundation properly. It was probably like a really lovely shade of too dark for myself. So has anyone else had any weird things that they've done with makeup when they were in high school? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to have a little giggle with you. I mean, you've got to have a laugh at your past self because it made you who you is today. Blended to my satisfaction. Like, let me just mention for a moment as well, with this particular foundation, I've been having like a love-hate with her, him, whatever, because the first time I used it, I went to a makeup job with my mentor, and I said to, like, it was just all separating here, my jawline. It was showing up a lot of texture in my skin, and I was like, what? And I think she looked at me and I was like, I know. I don't know what's going on with my skin. Like, I don't know. Just taking the Too Faced concealer by Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Yes, I got it right. Naturally Radiant Concealer. And I'm in the shade Fair. Go figures on that one. Anyways, and she kept, I think I was just being self-conscious because I noticed that it was looked really poor on my skin. And going to a makeup job, I always like to look very well presented, and obviously your face is your marketing and you want to show them that you know what you're doing, so they're not freaking out going, oh my god. But within saying that, I do have an opinion on makeup artists who rock up wearing no makeup, like, and I totally vibe and I totally get that, and I wish I was more relaxed with myself, but that's just, it's not me. I always rock up with a bold red lip or a smoky eye, even if the appointment's at like 7:30 in the morning. I'll always get up 2 hours earlier. I don't know, it's just me. I guess it's just my vibe. Anyways, yeah, so back to my blotchy foundation, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it looks like terrible, obviously. And she was wearing a new foundation. Hers was rocking. She was wearing like the Estee Lauder new double wear, the water, I can't remember what it is, but it's in my cart on Sephora and it's be coming to me soon, so I'll be trying that out very soon. I'm very excited for that because double wear for me has been like my ride or die, like forever. But again, we're shaking it up, we're trying new things. Anyways, and it just went so patchy to the point where, you know, when sometimes your foundation looks like it's pilling, like it looks like you've got these little balls on your face. So obviously the primer that I was using, and I can't for the life of me remember what primer it was that I was using that day, but it was not working for me. It was, and it really put me off this foundation, and I was like, hold up, like this is $100 foundation. This cannot be happening. This is not real, right, this is not real life. This cannot be happening. So it really put me off the foundation, and then I went away from it for a couple of weeks, and then I came back to it, and I tried different primers, and the only one that I'm finding that's working for me is the combination that I'm using now, which was the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer Base, or I just use this guy on his own as a primer with it, and it goes on like a dream. It lasts all day, so we're back. Like, I was really heartbroken that $100 foundation was pilling on me and looked like a hot mess. Like, no one wants that. No one needs that in their life. Like, get out, see ya, burn your house down. Bye-bye. I don't need that in my life. And I'm also just going to brighten in this area, and of course pop some more on the middle of my nose, but also just to counteract some of the redness that I do tend to get heavily there, and the bottom of my chin as well. Is that what we do? That's what we're doing. And I'm just taking the Beauty Blender and pressing that in. And I've also had no issues with the way that this foundation has been working with, excuse me, this particular concealer. I did find that it was pilling with my the Max Off Ochre. Like, so obviously I'm gonna put it on my eye in a minute when I start my eyes, but it was having issues. So Does anyone else use the LFAS? I don't even know how to... Oh my god, I've been saying the wrong thing. It's Eve Lom foundation. My absolute apologies. I thought it was... Which is not even a foundation. Like, what planet am I on? Monday brain, Monday-itis. By the way, just taking some soft ochre in MAC to prep my eyelid base. I've just been loving this used with. I'm actually going to try it with a brush. I always use it with my finger because I find that it goes on amazing. But I'm going to try it with... Got this Arbonne double-ended concealer brush, so let's give that a whirl. What was I saying? I haven't been taking the most amazing care of my skin, and of course, I always find amazing skincare makes for an amazing base when you're applying foundation. So yeah, that could also be a reason why my foundation wasn't going on amazingly, particularly where the weather's changing. Whenever the weather changes in my environment, my skin just goes ah, and oh, like it's crazy. Like, it's so annoying. Like, you don't need a weatherman in my world, you just need to go on my skin. Like, what's happening today, skin? This is actually going on really well with the brush. I don't know why, like, maybe again it was, I'm the kind of person that's once burnt, twice shy. So if something bad happens with the makeup, I'll never go back to, like, never usually go back to doing what I did in the first place if I've had a poor result. But I'm liking this, using it with this brush. This brush is really great. This concealer, I don't bring it too far onto the foundation because previous experience, remember once burnt, twice shy, it, sorry, I thought someone was like looking into my window, like, can you not? I don't want the foundation to pill or the concealer to pill or look weird, because ain't nobody got time for that. I'm actually going to go for like a velvety matte look. I've been doing, not totally matte, like I'll still add some highlight and, I don't know, have a play, but and again, you know when you plan your makeup and you're like, oh, well, that didn't turn out the way I had it in my head. It may go that way, but I've got the Laura, oh my god, don't even, okay, let me just finish what I was saying. I'm going to go for a velvet matte look because, I've been doing the whole dewy look for a little bit and I feel like trying something different. So that's what we're vibing with today. But oh my god, can we just talk about the fact that Laura Mercier is going from the Australian market? That is just depressing. So I can't, like, but hey, a perfect excuse to go overseas and go shopping and get your Laura Mercier. So let's all book a holiday. But it, you know, she's let you know a couple of months in advance, which is to her advantage and to yours. By the way, I'm just pressing in this Laura Mercier translucent powder into the skin today. She let us know well in advance, so we can all go for a nice little shop prior to that. So if you need to, you probably need to just stock up your kit until you can't no more. But I mean, we can all go online shopping with those services where I'm sure they organize it and ship it off to Australia and everything like that. So it's not the biggest deal, but for the way that the convenience and being able to go and see and try new products, yeah, that sucks. It really sucks. So I'm just powdering. I don't normally powder on the top of my lip because I have this crazy annoying issue where I do perspire there when I get hot or anxious or anything like that. So I like to leave it unpowdered so I can touch it up if need be. And I do just take like a concealer with me and touch up throughout the day. But yeah, I always find that mine can kind of split there, so I leave it creamy so that I can touch it up. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the NARS Angel Cheek palette. I'm going to use the Laguna bronzer on a MAC 168. It's the 168. Just load that up, tack off the excess. And I like to angle it this way and then blending it upwards without my hair in the way. Just lightly blending. I want to do like a bit of a more contoured look today, so just enough, you know. I'm going to put some bronzer over the top of it as well. Well, that's what I plan to do. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm actually doing. I also like to put a little bit up here, like on my temples, because I find that it really helps snatch the face, which I quite like. So, yeah. And then I just kind of brush whatever excess I have on the brush into the hairline through the forehead. Just trying to contour. You can see like in the reader it looks quite aggressive, but it doesn't look like that in real life. I have no idea why it's doing that to me. Look, why are you playing me? It looks like orange, but it doesn't in real life. I'm just going to take the powder brush and soften that as well. This is Morphe's E2. I really love this brush. It's great, like you just saw, for packing in some foundation. It's really quite nice. I'm going to use this Physicians Formula. I don't know if this one's as light as well. Oh, I didn't realise it came with its own brush. I'm just going to try my Revlon contour brush out and use that as a bronzer. I'm just going to swirl it into the Physicians. Oh, I like the way it smells. It smells really nice. That's going to... quite like it on my cheeks as well. Like, being a redhead, I like having those warmer tones on the cheek just to give the face a bit of dimension. I like this. Oh, I like this. The excess I have, I put onto jawline as well, just to snatch it. I quite like this brush, and I have every now and then been using it on clients, but I don't know, I'm literally on Sephora this morning and I was like, I want new brushes. I want to just try new things. I'm such a Gemini rising sometimes. If things are boring me, I'm like, no, we're doing lots of different stuff now. Anyway, this is a MAC 116 powder blush brush, and this is fairly precious. I have not used this on myself before, so this is the Dimension brush by MAC. Oh, another MAC product, Simone. How different of you. Ooh, I like the way that's showing up. Yes. Or, I can't remember, makeup artist was using it on a client and it just made their features look amazing. So of course I want to get on board. It's got like quite an iridescence to it. If the viewfinder will let you see it. Can you see it? It's got like a lovely sheen. But it doesn't look that crazy. Like, it looks really dense in the palette, but once you put it on, you can only kind of see that when you look a little bit closer. I really like that color. Then for highlight, I'm going to go in with MAC's Soft and Gentle. I'm going to grab, again, I liked what Jenny Doe did on her YouTube. I watched some of her YouTube this morning and I really quite liked it. Shout out to Jenny. Quite nice. Good little video. She used a fluffy brush that you'd use on your eyes, and she just applied the highlight ever so slightly, although she does have gorgeous little delicate features, and like, I don't as much, so it's probably part of the reason why she uses a little brush. Oh, I just love the way this blush is looking. I hope it's showing up in the viewfinder. I don't know, is it looking cute? Oh my god, I look like a freaking, like I've been hit by, it looks so crazy in the viewfinder, but it doesn't look crazy in real life. Oh, what is going on? Okay, in this makeup look, I'm going to start in the crease with the Laguna bronzer, and I really find that this helps the look mold and kind of blend all together. So I'm just taking a Zoeva 221 and starting in my crease, holding it on at the end, because it gives me personally a lot more control, and I find it gives you a lighter touch, and then the product just blends a lot more effortlessly. So I'm just blowing it out on the edges and just diffusing it, bringing it back in. on there, getting it in. Again, not too sure where we're going with this today. I like to go into the crease as well because I find it kind of creates this, and then this area is how big your eye is, so it opens up the eye quite a bit, I find. There goes my voice again, being a pitch. Okay, so using that same brush, I'm actually going to use this whole palette today, the Eyes of the Window palette by Stila in the Soul. You can tell it's one of my favies, especially that color, and that's the color we're going to start off with today. So I'm just going to layer that back on top of the bronze shade that I've started the crease with, and this is more of a taupey cooler tone, so it's going to add a little bit of depth to my look. And I've just gone a little bit lower as well, like I'm just kind of playing around with this tone because it does add dimension, and that's what I love so much about it. I've got one for my clients as well, and I love this color. It's called the color Heart. Aww, I love that name. I never knew that. It's called Heart. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Zoeva 225, the Luxe à Blender, and I'm going to grab, I'm just going to use a couple of shadows today. Like, I'm going to work, I don't need to look that extra. This says me, who's already contoured the crap out of my cheeks. But I'm going to use the shade in the top, it's my right, oh my god, Light. It's called the color, is it Light? No, it should be the color Being. It's the color Being because it doesn't look like Light. I feel like that one's Light. So it's the color Being, and I'm just taking a little bit of that on the end of the brush, tapping it off, and just slightly, I guess I'm going for a smokier eye today. So I'm just putting it at the top outer lash line and then coming back up and whatever's left over into the crease. So starting at the bottom, circling, smudging, and then creating that C shape back into the crease. Does that kind of make sense? Because that's how we're doing. That is what we're doing today. And then I'll probably just bring it up slightly as it starts to blend and layer it a bit more, just so y'all know where my thoughts processes are going. Because half the time I don't even know where I'm going. Instead of using browns lately, I've been using a lot of purples. Like, I've just been finding, I don't know, I really have liked the colors. I love the way purples have been making my eyes look. Plus, I don't know, I've just been, like I said, stuck in a MAC rut, and that's what's been sitting in front of me, like the purples and another brown, but not like this kind of a brown look. So that is what we've been doing. I'm just kind of like smudging it slightly in. I'm probably going to go back in with the other brush that we just used to diffuse the crease a little bit more. Perfect. At this point, I'm going to grab some of that Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I've seen Jaclyn Hill do this, and I was like, that is such a good idea. Like, why didn't I think of that? And just taking the end of my Beauty Blender, creating a bit of a powder line from where we want that edge of the upper eyeshadow to finish, because then it won't drag down. This kind of get ready with me has turned into a full-blown tutorial, so sorry I can't focus on chatting about other things and then what I'm doing at the same time, so oh well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that shade in Heart on that Luxe eye blender brush. It's quite dense, which is fine, and I'm just going to smoke out my lower lash a little bit as well with it. Oh, I like that. It's just created a really nice like pop of shadow. And then using that darker color that was called Being, I'm going to put that on like a little fluffy-ish brush. This is just a double-ended brush by Bare Minerals I got in one of their palettes, and I actually really love using it. Just applying that along the lash line and maybe a little bit lower, just for a bit of definition. And smoking it out, bro. Okay, next what I'm going to do is taking Taking this Morphe flat sable brush, I've used it in another video, it's just a flat brush. I'm going to take the colour, I'm guessing it's the colour Thought, on this side of the palette, and I'm just going to pat that over the lid. It's like a grey taupe colour, I really like it. I'm just kind of coming up, softening the crease. I'm not doing anything like a cut crease today, like I don't necessarily need to. I'm going to work, but it's just, let's just say I definitely put in the effort with the shadow. And then I'm bringing it back to about 2/3 of the lid so that it kind of meets that smokiness to the outer corner. I'm really liking the way this is all just come together. Then what I'm going to do is, what brush can I use? Take the colour, I think it's Kitten. It's definitely Kitten. To my inner corner. Tear ducts, bang bang, brighten, brighten. And then I'll put it underneath the brow bone as well, just to give it a bit of sheen, because my cheeks are quite glowy and I want it to complement them and not be like flat, dead, matte eyes and bright, shiny cheeks. Like, do you know what I mean? And then my lips, I'll probably have a bit of satin lip on because, again, velvet matte, we want to go a little bit glowy, not crazy glowy. Cool, I'm going to pop some mascara on now. Okay, I've spritzed my face with some Fix Plus and applied my mascaras. So on the lips, I always prep them with this dermal lip balm. I absolutely love it and I use it in my client's kit as well. If you have any cracked lips or anything, it'll make your lips come back to life within like the next 12 hours. Like, it's amazing and I love it. So I'm just going to finish the look with this Huda Beauty Trendsetter lip contour, which I love. I've actually just put it in the middle parts of my lips, and then I'm grabbing a Q-tip and I'm just going to slightly feather it out. And then I'm using my favorite Rimmel Notting Hill Nude. I have two here because I like abuse them, as you can see, and then this is all I've got left of the other one. So yeah, just need to stock up on those because I love them. Sometimes you can get them for like $6 at Chemist Warehouse or the supermarket, and they just feel so nice on. They never go cakey or give you that like cat balm lip or something. Like, it's so good. Nobody wants cat balm lips. Mwah. So beauties, this is the completed look. If you liked getting ready with me and having a chat, please like, subscribe or leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Better get to work. See ya.